I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to this new tool I have developed called the Walk Designer, which is a procedural creator of walk cycles. With it you can create any type of walk cycle, well, as many types as you actually wish, and it's actually a very useful tool because it can be useful for people who actually work as in visualization and architecture, and they want some characters to actually to be walking along the models, or as an animator, me as a character animator, I use it all the time because it allows me to sketch my walks to create a right sort of feel, timing, weight, the characterization of my character, and then I usually would actually edit it by hand using sort of like these templates that I have created with my Walk Designer. So the controls are numerous, and we start here with the global control, the global attributes. Here we can actually set the frame rate that our cycles are created at. We can choose to actually say get the guy to walk on the spot, or to get him to sort of like kind of to walk across the floor. We can decide how many loops we want to actually this guy to be walking at, and also in the global controls, if I set it back to cycle on the spot, in the global controls we also have the floor visibility, that grid here, turn it on and off, and also we actually have this little option here that shows us the movement of the pelvis, and that is really useful because it allows you to just make sure that the pelvis just moves above the heels, and we can have that turned on or off. So the next thing we actually have down here are the walk presets, and I have created several presets to use as starting points for my animation, so that I just begin with them and then I edit them and refine them to actually to fit the character and the look that I want to create. So first of all we have the vanilla, and as you see, once I changed it to vanilla, nothing changed because that was a preset that was loaded originally anyway. Then we have a running preset. Then we come to a sliding preset that is like, try to mimic something like sliding across the eyes. Then we have a marching preset. And again, all these kind of are very useful as a starting points for your cartooning cycles. Then we have an old man preset, and finally we have a funny dancing kind of guy preset. Also, the other thing that I didn't actually mention was that in the global attributes we also have the walk speed, and we can slow this down to something. If I go back to editing first, and then we can slow this down, and you can see that as we slow down, we actually both can create a feeling of like slow motion, but also more importantly is that we can actually have a look at what timing our character sort of wants to be moving along, and also at a slow rate, at a slower speed, you can actually get a feeling of the smoothness of the motion, so you can actually come in and adjust it and refine it. And of course the timing is completely taken into account and when we want to walk across the floor. So we can slow it down, or we can speed it up, and the walk designer will actually sort of take that into account and produce a cycle. So with this I'm going to stop here, and I'm just going to move on and show you some further controls as we go down the line with the walk designer.